Hi guys, I am Sharon and this is Life with the Tribe, and thank you for stopping by today. Hopefully by, I don't know, about 30 seconds into this, you are going to be encouraged. and maybe I will be too. I don't know. So I'm rambling today. Today is just a mom chat, we can do this thing kind of video here. So first off, my nice tripod got broken, and so I'm using a cheaper kind of travel tripod stick thing, and it is not stable, and it is also crooked. So I have the little three-legged stand portion of it. One leg is propped up on my Bible to make it straight and level. So if it's a little shaky, I do apologize. So let's just get right to it, okay? I'm a little flustered, a little frustrated, a little stressed today, and the caffeine supply in the house is low. So I have, I've always homeschooled. I have 10 children. The oldest two have graduated. My oldest is 19, and my second oldest is 18. And so they have graduated, they are taking college classes. So while they are no longer a part of our homeschool, they still live at home. They go to, they commute, so they are still here in our house. So they go to school and they work part-time, and their hours are kind of all over the place. So they're in and out of the house all day. And they share a room with the other girls in the house. So this comes into play with my frustration. Okay? So I have 8 children at home at ages 16 down to 22 months old, 22, 23 months old. So those are the eight I have at home. So so there's 12 of us that live in the house. 9 of us are almost always home, and our house is under 1,200 square foot. It's a small house, and in previous homes we've had a very open floor plan. We've had a big living room area, and so having all of these kids running around really hasn't been a problem. We've had small bedrooms, but the living space was large and we managed. But now I have a small kitchen, I have a small dining room, I have a small living room, and it can get very full and active and crazy and loud really quickly, especially because my 2 youngest are boys. So this is where I'm at today, okay? I go to cook dinner, and I was going to make spaghetti, and I had no tomato sauce. So I think, no problem, I'll just make sloppy joe. I don't have the stuff to make sloppy joe. Thankfully, one of my daughters who drives was home, and so she made a quick run to the local Dollar General. Thank you, Dollar General, for being right up the road, because I live in the middle of nowhere. So Dollar General is the closest thing. She also picked up diapers because my youngest needed a diaper change, and I couldn't find a diaper. We were out of diapers. Thankfully, I found one shoved in a bag to change them into, and thankfully she picked up some when she went to go get the stuff to make sloppy joes as well, because I have yet to go grocery shopping, and we are beyond the point of me needing there. Obviously, I ran out of diapers and I ran out of basic pantry items, so we are at an all-time low desperation point here, right? Yeah. So yeah, so so that's dinner, and then I'm sitting on my bed and I am surrounded by laundry, and my little younger children are watching Mr. Rogers, and 2 of my teens are chasing the toddler around, keeping him out of trouble. Dinner is now ready, and it's just waiting for them to finish this episode of Mr. Rogers. And I was just getting ready to make a new set of math fact cards, because I have had, my oldest daughter is 19, and I made math fact cards for her when she was 4.5, 5, and I have had those same math fact cards all these years and my almost 2-year-old ripped them up yesterday. Yes. So I've had them for like 15 years. They made it 15 years in the same cute little holder thing, and he destroyed them yesterday. And I was sitting right beside him and didn't realize it until it's too late. Yeah. So that's just an average day here. And then you think, oh, you're all ready for your homeschool year, and we've started. We're a few weeks in, and you realize, oh, wait, I am not ready, and there's still books that I need that I somehow thought I had, but I don't. And then the 5th graders, like, where's my checklist? I need my checklist. And then another kid has already lost their checklist. I've given them 2 copies, and they've already lost both copies. So I'm like, seriously? Yeah, so I'm having to rework some of my, what I thought was well laid out plans that were not well laid out. And so I've got to revamp those plans. Not quite sure when that's going to happen, because I have a son who has surgery on Monday. So yeah, I'm not sure where that's going to, I have to make some adjustments, especially for my 1st grader and my 5th grader. My 1st grader, I didn't really have a whole lot scheduled for her because I planned to just kind of blend her in with my 3rd grader, but I'm seeing there's a couple little spots where she would benefit from not being blended in with him, which is absolutely fine. It would have been a little bit easier if I could have blended them in, but there's a couple of books that he is definitely ready for and she is not, and so I need to adjust that. And then my 5th grader was just ready to jump in to just being super independent this year and not having everything read to her. She was a late reader, totally fine. She started tackling some of her books and realized that she's not quite ready to be as independent as she wanted, which means I need to redo the schedule layout of books a little bit differently because she's going to need me with her a little bit more. And also I had this genius idea that I could just do math with them all at the same time, which is not the case. So I'm going to have to figure out how to alternate their math so that everyone has a little bit of help from me when they need it. So I got to revamp that as well. No problem. But then that kind of leads into the whole space issue, because my teens sit at the dining room table and my younger one, we were all at the table, but our dining room is really cramped because we have a big table in there and it just gets really crowded and chaotic. And so the teens had the table and I took the younger ones into the living room, but the living room is small too, and when the 2 little boys get toys out, and then it's just like everywhere and they're loud and it's just like chaos. So I had been bringing them back to my bedroom because I come back here to the bedroom to do reading with the 1st and the 3rd grader because it's quiet. Unfortunately, this is also it's not just our bedroom, it's also the library, and I have a lot of our books in here, and so I have very little floor space. So the little ones want to come in here too, but there's nowhere for them to play. And so I've been trying to figure out how to finagle this, because the older children really, you know, need some quiet and stuff, and they can't always go in their bedroom. Then it dawned on me this afternoon that the boys' room has the most floor space of any of the bedrooms, and they're not allowed to play in there currently because of an issue we had a couple weeks ago. And so there's floor space where the little ones could play, and I could sit in there and work with people and keep my almost 2-year-old contained because he is just all over the place. So I think starting probably tomorrow, I might give it a test run tomorrow and see how working in in the boys' room works better. That way we're giving the teens some space because they're reading some heavy books and doing some hard math, and so having a couple of hours of quiet to get their independent stuff done would be fabulous, and then I can keep the little one contained so he doesn't tear up anything else. Right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. Also, as I'm sitting here talking, we do group stuff together as a family, because I think that's one of the benefits of homeschooling is the sibling relationships and bonding that you have over shared conversations and shared books and shared studies and, you know, whatever. But just because I kind of have a clear line of my upper years and then my younger kids, and so while we are going to do stuff together like Bible and some recitation and like artist and composer and all that stuff we'll do together because it's just easier, I do think I am going to separate out and have a younger group time, which I can do in the boys' bedroom, and then have an older group time where we do like Plutarch and Shakespeare and those heavier things. So I just got to figure out the best layout of the time. So I got to revamp our schedule. I got to update some of the plans that I thought were finished but aren't. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about. So see, it's just another house, y'all. It's small. I love our house. It's our house. We so we're not leaving this house. So I've got to deal with the square footage issue and the number of children, and it's horrible in a sense because I have kids who sew, who knit, who make cards, and everybody loves books, and so books are like everywhere. My husband is constantly putting up shelves to hold more books. It is insane, but I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just the layout of this house is not ideal for us being here during the day together all the time. It gets hard, but I think my idea of utilizing the boys' floor space might just be ideal, I think. And even if I want to still come into my room to sit on my bed to do reading, because I think they concentrate better when it's quiet, the boys' room is like directly across the hall, so maybe it'll work. I think I'm going to give it a go and see. We said I would try it next week, but next week's going to be a little iffy because one of my sons has surgery on Monday, and so I don't know how next week is going to go. We will definitely, he does have, I think, at least one night he has to stay overnight, so we'll see how that all works. So anywho, so if you are like, if you have started back to your school, homeschool and stuff, and like the schedule didn't work, and you know your youngest one has thrown a fit, and books are lost, and nothing's really working out according to plan, you are not alone, my friend. You are not alone. So we just take a deep breath. I will fix me a nice tall glass of Dr. Pepper, and you can have your coffee or your glass of wine or whatever beverage you like. I'm currently reading and copying the book of James, which is wonderful. I use a journal, highly recommend that. Read a good book. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I can make new math fact cards. I keep saying math. I feel like I'm saying fat, but I'm saying fact. Math fact cards. I can make new ones. It's just an index card and some Sharpie, which, let us all note, Sharpies should be kept in a super, super safe place. For reals. So yeah, so I'm thinking the boys' room is going to save us this year. Save my sanity. And might save my 15-year-old sanity as well. And definitely need to work on splitting the, have an upper group and a lower group for certain things. I think, yeah. So, and the laundry, I'll get it put away, I promise. I will not throw it on the floor before bed. I will put the laundry away. I promise. Maybe. I will. I'll put it away. So anyway, so deep breath, mamas. We got this thing. We got this thing.